So guys, since basically we've had a drought in the south for the last few months, we've finally had a bit of rainfall, and what that means is we need to get under these stairs, see if we've had any water ingress.
So if you remember guys, we put all the mastic inside there and we thought we'd terminated the leak once and for all. Has she cracked it? What do you reckon? You ready? Seems to be here. I don't know if that's a good idea now. It's probably be better for the water to be able to drip through. Otherwise it collects up inside it, doesn't it? We were probably better to wait for our covers to come, which will stop the water getting in there anyway. And I know it needs a real welding job really, but that could mean taking off the whole front of the boat. So we don't want to go down that route.
Do with some lime. Oh, looks pretty dry. So as you can see guys, it's pretty bone dry in there. Makes a change.
Who needs to crutch covers anyway, eh? Take them back, Alison. She's probably standing behind me, isn't she? No, we can't wait for our lovely crutch covers to come. It should eliminate any leakage, because that will still be leaking. I think we're probably just lucky that we haven't had that much rain. Today is that day that I have dreaded about for so long, guys. I mean, this is a real rotten number, this is. After finally being given the all clear from our surveyor that the water tank is safe to climb down into, yeah, suppose I'm gonna have to climb down into it and give it a good old scraping, which is what you're meant to do every few years if you're hoping to drink from it. Stage one, clear out all the stuff from the water tank, and then de-spider it. I ain't going in there with all the spiders running around, no chance. Should put some gloves on doing this really, otherwise you get all the little spiders that can climb onto your hands and stuff. They've been building their new little nests. Terrifying. Should really put gloves on doing this, I'm telling you. The adult marigold. The black issue looks slightly less girly wearing these ones. Quite kind of professional in a way. He knows what he's doing. So I'll be going for the day. Lovely. Surely you just get someone to, you pay someone to do this sort of stuff, wouldn't you? Next task, terminate all spider webs in said area. Try and get in there now. You think I can get in there? I mean, I'm a fully grown man. This might not even work, guys. Just spent 15 minutes showing you how to do this. Showing you how to do it. This is exactly how you do it. Follow this up by reapplying the adult marigolds. And in some cases, like this one, you may also need a follow-up spider inspection. This top area here looks clear, but what if we head into the tank down below? This is where we've got to try and get into. Remember this area, guys? Bloody hell. How are we going to get in there? I might be alright putting my arse in there, but then I've got to bend down. Alright for you lot. Get in, she goes. Buy a narrowboat, they said. It's weird because the knees obviously don't. The knee can't get in. How am I going to get out?
And this is where Chris will stay forevermore, for he cannot get out.
This is awful. Get in, she said. Okay. You couldn't do it, they said. Oh, he done it. Quite cool down here. You're loving this, aren't you? You are loving this. You're all loving it, aren't you? And a lot of this stuff, whatever it is, just was not budging. I don't know if it's rust, I don't know if it's an old sort of layer. So all we can do is get off all the flaky bits, really.
And here we can see the beast clambering out of his dark, dusty, disgusting hole.
It's like Ace Ventura, isn't it, when he comes out the cow's bum or whatever it is. All done.
Can I go in and have a look? Oh no.
You want to go doing it? She wants to go in. She doesn't like the fame I'm getting, the attention I'm getting from it. I mean, there is that little worry that it goes through and then it fills up with water. Like I say, then at least it's all done in it then. It's over. All the pain and heartache done. Left for someone else, whoever isn't down there to sort out. Put your legs in first.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Pipe up my bum.
Look, she's in.
I'm in.
Oh, you've got to do is sit down, sort of. Far better seeing you in there.
So it's amazing what you find in your old water tank, like some old artefacts such as this Italian style sausage bake.
Have you secretly been down there before? Because you seem far too confident.
That's good. So I've just taken this ball thing off because let's face it, we're already in quite a confined space without having to sort of navigate around that bulbous thing as well. I'm going in. Ooh, this is quite sort of solidified.
God, she's gone right in now. Where is she? Completely in there now. That's how you do it, isn't it? I mean, that ain't budging.
It's actually quite weirdly homely in here. I quite like it. Don't like the rust scraping though.
One of my big problems was if like a spider was to come in there with me. Firstly, and then secondly, it was like to go through and water to come in. These medieval methods are far better where the woman does it all. They're far more realistic. Here she comes, the pride of Eton Soken. How you feel?
Good.
You see your mask now is brown on the outside, so my bottoms are probably like that too, aren't they? I mean, you went far deeper than me. So now the plan with the water tank is to possibly line it with a bladder tank. But we're going to have a little look. It's a bit grotty in there for drinking water. As much as you scrape away at it and treat it, it's quite an old tank. So I think it's good enough for showers, maybe your dishes and stuff, but not for drinking, I don't think. So one of the options was to get a separate water tank for the kitchen, where we'd keep it like in a cupboard and we'd just fill that up with drinking water, and that would also have a little tap on it. So when you stop off at your sort of little water points, you fill up the main tank and then you also fill that up for your drinking water. Obviously we would still need to paint the actual tank so it's good enough for having a shower and doing your dishes. But the other solution to that would be to buy a bladder tank and put that into the area where the normal water tank is, and then just cancel out getting the extra drinking water tank in the kitchen. But we just want to have a little look, because if they're too expensive, then it's not worth it, is it really? So yeah, this is sort of like the bladder, but that's $2.5 grand. That's 40,000 litres. So a little bit too much. Trying to work out how big our actual water tank is at the moment, because we haven't got a clue. So I think doing the bladder might be a little bit expensive. So I think we're just going to try and find a sort of paint that we can properly use in the water tank. Come across this Armour Guard ST epoxy ceramic metal primer. Then on another site we have found the Armour Guard PW, which seems to be the actual proper coating which goes over the top after you've put the primer on. So we have checked the leak in the bow thruster area and there was absolutely no water in there. So we didn't bother sort of checking the rest of the boat, and we didn't bother checking the bilges right at the back in the snoring room. But I've been hearing this sort of sludging noise, like the water sludging around, which I don't normally hear, and I know we're on water and it probably is just the hull sludging around. I'm going to have a little look under the floorboards in the bilges to see if the leak, well, if water has returned to the bilges. So here it is. I think I remember this last time. You need another one to stick in, don't you? Oh, we're in. We are in. That's good, isn't it? Absolutely nothing. My calculations were correct. The sludging was due to river water.
So we're doing like a swapsies. We each do 15 minutes or something like that each. I've done sort of one half of it. So Chris is going to go back in now and do the other side.
He thinks I'm scraping, really. I'm watching Harry Enfield and chums down there.
We welcome back our old friend to suck out the dusty stuff as we're scraping down in the depths of the water tank.
Yeah, that just ain't budging, so I think it's time for the good old trusted wire brush, guys. Wire brush me, baby.
Alright! Can't see what it's pointing at, but... So whilst Chris is in the water tank doing his stint, I thought I'd make myself useful and tackle some of these rusty spots that have appeared on the lockers on the front well deck. They're sort of bubbling under the paint surface, so just scrape them back, get a bit of aqua steel on them, prevent it from going any further.
Who cares about spiders, eh? When you got the Titan down there. Ain't got a chance, have they? Look at that. Just the floor needs to be wire brushed now, everything else is done. Righty, off to the pub. Oh, you can't see anything. Don't show them. I'm only joking. They would know what state it's really in then. So we'll just do the floor with the wire brush. And I like doing it by hand, really. I feel closer to the boat by doing so.
So I'm just having a look around the water tank and figuring out this. We reckon that this must be the outlet pipe that sends the water through to the kitchen. But it's a bit scuzzy. It looks like it's got an old thread on it. It's quite fun down here, really. It's like living in a little cave.
Lubricate my waist up. I'm like getting right under there now, aren't I? In the bowels of the wombat. I'm quite confident there. It's a messy job, I'm telling you. Once you get going at it, it ain't too bad. It's the initial sort of worrying about spiders and water sort of coming in. I mean, I'm not sure if we'll be drinking from it.
No, perhaps not.
A little bit old, isn't it? But that doesn't mean we can't ever not drink water again, does it?